Hello everyone, it is me, Darcy. Welcome back to the podcast and welcome back to the channel. I have Kris with me, and I did just hit you with some finger guns because that's how things go. That's how things are.
He's trying to bring them back.
That's how we love it. Kris.
Yes.
How's life?
It's going pretty well.
He's lying.
Hey, what makes you think I'm lying?
Because I know you.
Fair point.
Guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's a time where we sit here and talk rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind.
Yeah, and that's about all we do, yeah.
It's not really a great deal to do. We often talk about things that I've read in the news recently and all that kind of jazz, but you know.
Or something you see.
Yeah. Pretty much, but as I said, that's things that on my mind are on. So, as we often do, let's get started with a little bit of channel news.
Indeed. So, on Monday was Satisfactory.
Yes.
I'm assuming this was the one where I had to go all the way up?
Nope.
No.
No, that was ages ago.
That was it. What happened? Oh, that's right. One of the shorts came out with that.
This is the official release of Satisfactory. So the game looks different. Like, not like everything's different, but it's different enough that it's noticeable.
It is. It looks nicer.
It does. It also kind of looks a little bit more cartoony in some aspects.
Yeah, true.
So there's, they've kind of, I don't know if you would say balanced out what they were doing, but they've definitely picked their style, which is there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. In fact, it kind of needed it because some things in the game were like very industrial, gritty kind of things, and then other things did not fit that aesthetic, like the giant orange walls that you make.
Yeah, true.
They're a little bit more fun and light. It's kind of like brought everything to a similar visual style, which is nice. So this was the official release and the first time we ever had Kris's footage. So
yeah. But that was fun to edit.
It wasn't too bad actually.
No.
Although there were some issues that if you watch that, you do see a lot of me commenting on things that Kris is saying because he has no idea what's going on ever.
I don't agree with that.
You literally at one point out something that is completely new, and you're like, well, "That's the first time I've seen that as clearly as this." You're like, usually it's not as crisp, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I have no idea what you're talking about because you're talking about something new that's never been in the game before.
Fair enough.
And I'm just like, "What?
Are you sure it hadn't been in the game before?"
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
Remember, there was a whole part where we spent a lot of time looking up directly underneath the space elevator, and there was no giant thing in the sky.
Okay, fair enough. Fair point.
Yeah. So
okay.
there's this new thing that's new to the game, and Kris is just like, "Oh man, that looks sharper."
Maybe we should look and jump into one of the other one we've got, or the one we've done, to see if it's actually just building the station up there.
Probably is. That's what I think.
We are very far ahead.
Because that would make a lot of sense from just the stages of it.
I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like up there.
Well, you wouldn't be able to go up there.
No, I know. I mean, just to see what the design of it once it's further along.
Or just the giant ring, I reckon.
Fair enough.
With where spaceships can dock. But that's what I said. Like the whole thing is a little bit confusing for me because I do not think it's high enough for a spaceship to dock.
Well, yeah, okay, fair.
And usually, space elevators are very, very science fiction.
Yes.
But usually you don't want a giant thing in space. You want it to be as small as possible. Something where you can dock and then go away from. Because that thing has to be tethered to the ground.
Well, okay, yeah, fair point.
So the bigger it is up here, the more strain is put on that tiny tether.
True. Maybe they thought of that, and it's going to break at some point.
Maybe they didn't think of that.
Maybe.
But, Satisfactory is one of my favorite games in that genre, so I don't really care about that. I'm actually interested to see, because it's the official release, what the end game is.
Especially with all of this talking that I kept mentioning.
Yeah, well, see, in the past we've got to the end game.
No longer endgame. I don't believe.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
They've added more to it.
When we were playing before, we got to the last thing. We
Yes.
never completed it because it just needed ridiculous amounts of materials.
Yeah.
But we were there. There was like nothing else to do. We'd hit all of our points and everything. So now that the game's out, I'm interested to see what Endgame officially has.
Yeah.
But I also know that I was reading something, I can't remember where, it was a weeks ago, but that they are already like planning like the next updates and upgrades and adding more stuff in. So hopefully, you know, they're not going to just be like, okay, we've finished the game now, it's officially out, let's you know, stop.
No, it looks like they're actually adding something in, but like as I said, you hear a lot of talking.
Well, what I saw them adding in looked deserty. Like that the character was standing in the desert, and I was like, oh, I think there is a like we're in a desert biome, but like this looked like more like a classic sandy desert than what we're in.
No, that's in there.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where Sean had his setup. He had like you actually looked around and all you could see was sand. So whereas we're in the biome, but I think we're at the edge of it where there's still some flora.
Okay, well, the reason I question that is because I have actually traveled most of the map in the past.
Once we've done this, well, if I can remember to do it, I'll bring up one of Sean's. Like, it actually looks like he's just in a desert.
Yeah, no, that's a bit weird. Yeah. As I said, like, I have traveled that entire map, and there was never a desert that looked like what I was seeing in that thing. Because, like, I know there's, like, the desert that we're in, there's a few other places, but you, like... Yeah, as I said, I have traveled the entire thing in the past, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that, so maybe we're getting a new zone.
Well, maybe it's something like what they've been, because in the talking, it seems like there's like an older civilization.
So explain.
So I know we're not going to run into them, but maybe we might be able to see a structure of some kind.
No, I don't think so.
Or maybe they're adding that in.
Doubt it.
Nah, we'll see.
There's no real advantage to adding a structure in.
True.
Like this isn't because it's not an exploration game. It's not a
but
it's not a RPG with great storytelling.
No, I'm aware.
That's not what it is. I don't think we're gonna. I think this is like kind of like, oh, this is why this like ore is special. This is why these Mercer spheres are special. This is why this red stuff is special. It came from aliens before us, but they're well and truly gone, and you know what we're finding is the remains of their civilization.
Yeah.
And so I don't think we're going to see like structure or anything because there's just no point for it.
Yes, yeah, I suppose.
Like you think about games in a similar branch, you've got Conan Exiles, right? Conan Exiles is full of stuff like that. But that's because it's not so much, whilst it does have building as a big element to it, it's actually an exploration game.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And a lot of it is like the scene setting. So it's like, yeah, you want the desert to be a different scene to the ancient city where the ancient people used to live.
True.
Because that's part of the story.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, yeah.
And that's part of the world building. Whereas this one, like... Yeah, like I don't think Satisfactory has that kind of world building, or nor does it need it, nor would you actually gain anything from it. And I think that's a big important thing. Like, whilst they can definitely add, structures and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What is the purpose? Is a good question. Like, why add this? What do we gain from having this in the thing? It's like, oh well, it'd be really cool to explore. It's like the game's not really about exploration.
Yeah, I mean, true.
In fact. If you're being perfectly honest, the game actually kind of is like, don't explore. Go out, find exactly what you're looking for, come back.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, there's like the pods and stuff and the slugs that are like, oh yeah, go out and find them.
Yeah.
But again, then you get the things like I carry around with me, which literally help me find those things, so I don't have to actually look for them.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, true.
It's like the game is like literally designed, and I don't think it's an insult to say it like this, because that's how it feels like it's been designed.
Yeah.
But the game's been designed to literally be like, get better so you don't have to waste time, scrub.
Well, yeah, true. No, I agree with that. it's very
That's
true.
it.
Yeah.
So it's like, by getting better, I don't have to waste time, scrub.
Yes.
And so it's like, yeah, you got to go do this research. Okay, I've got to go find this thing to do this research. But then once you found the thing, you do the research. It's like, sweet. I never have to look for that thing again, because it'll just pop up on my screen when I want it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, true.
And it's like, everything is designed to be, like...
Well, it's designed to make everything more efficient.
Well, that's it. And efficiency is removing exploration.
That's what you want
because,
in a factory.
Like, let's talk about it like this, right? Let's compare Minecraft to Satisfactory.
Yes.
Minecraft, we walk around a lot not knowing what the fuck we're doing.
Yes.
Confused as fuck. Because Minecraft is completely free. Do what you want.
Yes, you can go mining for this shit, but good luck finding it.
It's not true.
Something.
Technically, I think we have to explore that cave that you've been in a bit longer, because I read something the other night that I was like, oh shit. And I think you may have started stumbling onto this area that's kind of cool. But we have a lot of things to do.
I figured
the problem with Minecraft is that Minecraft is so large and voluminous.
Yeah, true.
But without any guidance. And it's like, sure, you can get better tools, but those better tools just make things slightly better and allow you to get better materials.
True.
But you're still generally like, you know, like the upgrades you can get in Minecraft. Like, I build a map, I build a compass, I'm not lost all the time anymore because I have a map that points me home or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Whereas the thing in Satisfactory is, as you get better, it's like, cool, I'm no longer foraging for shit like you always do in Minecraft. You're now sitting there going, I am now managing my resources. I'm going like, I need this and I need this, and like literally, if you think about the last time we played Satisfactory, end game for us had nothing to do with exploring. It was all about power management, because everything we needed we had. It was just keeping it all running. And I think that's...
and storage management.
Yeah, well, there's that. But,
that was another one, because that was another one that stopped us a lot. Well, yeah. And then
but I would counter that by saying the reason that the storage was an issue was because we'd been very haphazard. And when I say we, I mean Kris had been very haphazard in setting up the storage. So it was kind of like, it sort of works. Close enough is good enough, right? And so it was a lot of kind of being like, okay, we need to expand this storage. Okay, we need to do this. And we never truly got to like a stage because we didn't actually play that long after, like, and I was constantly just out running around doing stuff because ADHD. But like once I was actually back and starting to like fix things up and starting to build, that's where we were actually starting to get to the point where things weren't an issue anymore, because it was like, okay, we've now built a bunch of storage for this and we built a bunch of storage for that, and it's like kind of like the whole point of the game. You know, you build entire storage banks for supplies because you need them.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, whereas when in the beginning, where we are right now in the game, we're kind of like, we have a storage box for this.
Yes, because it's not filling fast enough to worry about it.
But like as we get more and more advanced and are using things that don't need those supplies but need other supplies, but we still need things that are made with those supplies to become other parts to make other supplies.
We start like we even get to a point where it's like certain things like, well, I no longer need this to be stored anywhere because it's just getting made into these things.
You say
you would still put you'd still put a small storage off there, but for the most part, it's going to other like assemblers and all those sorts of things.
Well, you kind of get to the point where we got to in things where in our private game where like we had so much stuff being stored and we were collecting at such a pace that it was just like, okay, what do we do with the overflow? Destroy it. We just destroy it and just let it filter through.
Oh yeah, especially like iron rods, screws, bauxite, all of that sort of stuff, we were just destroying because it's like we have a lot of this, whereas now it's moving so slowly that we're like,
and I think that's
we're running out.
I think that's a part of the important balancing side of it because you need those things to be slow enough that in the early game they're a real hold up, but in the late game it's not like I'm making steel, but I just need one there we go. Oh, but I just that kind of stuff. But yeah, as I said, like the whole game, I think Satisfactory, unlike a lot of other games in its sphere, it's a game about efficiently removing gameplay.
Yeah.
Using efficiency to remove elements of gameplay, where everything else is like, no, just go explore, that's the game. And this one's like, no.
No, just build your factory.
Yeah.
But eliminate that stuff.
Yeah. Exploring's for chumps.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yet we still explore.
Oh, yeah, well, we still have a lot to find. And as I said, there is, considering that I think last time we played properly was in 0.8. I think
I don't think we ever played 0.8 properly.
I thought it just
It had just turned 0.8, but we never got back into it.
Yeah.
So I think the last one we actually properly played was 0.7.
Well, there you go. So there's been 3 points of iteration since then.
Yes.
So there could be more stuff added. There could be a lot of the stuff where we were kind of disappointed with the exploration side of things. Like when we were going in some of those caves where you had to explode your way in and blow up stuff in, and then it was kind of like, it's nothing really here.
Yeah.
It could have stuff in now.
Oh, true. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so there's a bit of stuff there,
At least we do have some explosives at the moment.
We do not technically. We can't use them.
I know, but
because we haven't researched anything, so we don't have explosives. They're useless to us.
Still have a threat.
Not really.
There's nothing to threaten, but yeah.
It's like having a bullet without a gun. Sure, you can throw it pretty hard, and someone might go, "Oh," but it's not really the same thing, is it?
I feel like throwing a nuke would be pretty dangerous either way.
Not if you can't detonate it.
No, I suppose.
And that's the big thing, If you build an unstable one and you throw it and it can detonate itself,
honestly,
that's a threat.
I did not know those lizard doggos could bring us that.
They can find absolutely anything. That's what makes them so useful.
True.
Sure, sometimes they bring you just basic supplies, but
and then sometimes you walk in to say hi to them and you're constantly being irradiated.
Well, this thing is, I think that should be fixed now in the full release because that was definitely a bug.
Yeah.
A bug that I remember from when we used to play in 0.7.
Yeah.
Because I remember distinctly having to shut down the game and reopen it to get rid of radiation from areas.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, the lizard doggos are so valuable because there are limited resources of certain things.
And they can find them, yes.
Well, no, they can have them spawn on them.
Yes.
Meaning that you can technically find everything that all of like the power slugs.
True.
You can find all of the power slugs in the game, but the lizard doggos can still spawn power slugs.
True.
It's not often, but it does happen.
Yes. Which is fair.
Which makes them incredibly important, and that's why you should have lots of them all the time.
100%.
Because I think in the one we were playing before, I think I had something like 15 of them, and like every 20 odd minutes, I would generally be guaranteed at least one power slug, and that was at a point where it was like, if there were any power slugs left in the world, they were incredibly well hidden.
Yes.
Because I had been almost everywhere and I'd been scanning for them. So it was literally a lot of end game. Our power slugs were coming from the fact that the lizard doggos can just spawn them.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, they're very important. I think they're kind of like the nod to being like, gamers like the cute animals.
Yeah.
But these ones, they're more than just cute because they're RNG machines.
Because let's face it, the one we brought back, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Squidly, the dumb one that took ages to get back, was the one that found the nuke.
Yeah.
It's like fucking.
Well, it was, you know, both Squiddly and Diddly had to be brought back from distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
Japan.
that's satisfactory. That's where we are in it. That's, you know, we are constantly playing along.
Yeah.
We're not constantly.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of those things that, like, I would love to actually spend more time playing games like Satisfactory and Minecraft, but because we only release one Minecraft video a week, it's like we don't film it every week because that would give us such a backlog of it that it'd be like we'd literally be doing something and be like, oh yeah, so in today's episode, you know, the last episode we filmed, we did this, and it would take you like 3 months to see it.
Oh yeah, no, because 100% it'd be a situation of both of us being like, well, there's this hard drive right here. It's just Minecraft, nothing else, just the backlog of Minecraft.
Well, it is something I'm starting to consider having a look into, because I know there's like an old, when I say old, there's something I used to watch that was always talking about like how they stored their videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should start looking into that so I can just stop having to put it all on hard drives.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that at one point.
But, you know, like, yeah, so it's like having a backup server where it's like you can store stuff to, and it's like, and that would actually be a way to like transfer files the same day, and that way, you know, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for me to come around.
Yeah, because you could just upload it there, and then I could just download it from there.
Yeah.
Then delete it from our backlog.
Just upload it from there, and then no, that's when we notice it's like, oh, that's 120 gigs. Well, that's fucked.
Yeah, like that might take some time, but at the same time, you know, yeah. I should probably do some looking into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, pushing right along.
Yes. So today,
Wednesday.
Hitman.
Yeah. So the next Hitman came out. That one was fun. As I said, like the other day, I sat down and filmed a few of the things I'm doing solo. So I've got a new Spyro ready to go. I'm just kind of in like I don't know how to explain what's going on right now.
Okay.
But it's like, I feel like I just have less time to do everything. Like, this time last year, I just felt like I had way more time. But, like...
It's kind of true.
But, well, the thing is, like, it's like, it's just one of those weird things. And it's like, I feel like I'm working more in my actual job.
Yes.
But it's like, I'm also sitting there being like, I feel like I'm doing all this extra work, but I haven't actually seen a change in the financial payoffs.
No, you haven't.
And it's like, that's the real job. But it's like, you know, like, yeah. So I'm kind of sitting there and just like, huh? And I don't know if it's also because we've now taken on the extra video a week, if that's making it feel like I'm always more under the pump. But
they're not small edits.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a Minecraft that we're talking about. It's, your solo one's a lot easier. But as soon as you go with one where it's both of us, it's a harder edit. Especially with the most recent one.
But it's just, I don't know, it just feels like before it was like, oh yeah, I was getting stuff done, and it's like now it always feels like I'm just constantly under the crunch, and I have no idea where that's coming from, because I'm like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like this time last year I just wasn't under the crunch as much as I am now, and I'm just like, I have no idea where this will come from. But yeah, so I did some filming the other day, got some stuff, did this Hitman, and yeah,
that's great.
it was
I
very similar games. They're both about killing people,
yeah,
and hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, no, very true. Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, moving along into the story of Hitman. As I said at the start of the video, I was actually hoping to get 2 story missions done in the episode.
Yeah.
But again, it kind of like what I was saying in Satisfactory versus Minecraft. When so many options are available to you, you kind of sit there and I spent a lot of time being like, I'm going to do this. So wait, no, that's not going to work. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh no, and then in the end, I ended up just poisoning them both with rat poison and then drowning them in toilets.
Fair enough.
Which was hilarious. Although I will say, like, I do mention it at the start of the video. I know that literally a lot of these missions could be completed by just taking a sniper rifle, going to a certain point in the map, and then shooting 2 people, and then leaving. But I'm like,
True.
kind of takes the
fun out of it.
It removes the purpose of the game.
It helps you finish the game quick. That's about all it does.
Yeah, and it's like what I'm trying to do is like unlock the masteries and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In the Paris one, I actually had a lot of masteries because if you've watched many of our Hitmen, they actually take place there. We've done a lot of missions there.
Yeah.
The Christmas missions, there was another one we did there. I can't remember what the special occasion was, but we've been there a few times, so we've actually unlocked a lot of stuff. But from this point forwards, I don't have mastery on anything, which sucks because I had mastery on all of it.
True.
But the point is, I'm trying to get as many points as possible. I'm trying to use as many options as available, and I'm trying to like be like just the classic stealth assassin, like not leave no bodies behind and all that kind of stuff. So
pretty much just not me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, I know I could, like as I said, I know I could have taken a sniper rifle in, set up the fireworks, and shot them both, and had it done in like 35 seconds.
True.
I think 5 minutes technically, but
yeah.
By the time you get everything and you've run everywhere,
yeah.
But I just didn't want to do that. I was like, that's not spiritually the whole essence of what I'm doing is trying to do it in like
a fun fashion.
Yeah, doing it in a way that's kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool. You use this trick, or you did this, or well, you know that kind of stuff, and take advantage of the opportunities that the game gives for the like cool assassinations, not just walk in with a gun and just everyone.
Well, yeah.
Which is, you know, it's a way to play, but it's just, yeah, I just feel like this the whole point of doing this is not to kind of have the, you can do it like this. It's just to kind of try and do it as best as possible and try and score as many points as possible. And to do that, you've got to, you know, be a bit more stealthy
and not put them in a mulcher.
Yeah, you can do that, but
that's true. No, as long as you don't turn it on.
But yeah, so
on that.
Well, only if you're not supposed to kill them. But yeah, so I think the point is that I'll continue doing what I'm doing, and like, I'm not always gonna be like super stealthy, but I'm always gonna try and take like the more exciting assassination
of course.
hits, because you know, I think it's just funner to do it that way than to go for like the plain Jane, walk in with a gun, walk in with a knife, stab a dude, chuck him in a closet. Although what is not plain Jane is hitting someone in the back of the head with an axe. So if I get that option, I might take it. I'm just not sure when.
But we don't get my option of stabbing someone in the eyes with screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Or scissors.
As I said. But yeah, so that's kind of that Hitman came out. I succeeded in the mission. Like literally only one person saw me, which was hilariously funny because it was doing something that I really just didn't need to be doing.
Oh, no.
I cut out a lot. I cut out a lot of some of the stuff that I was doing. At one point, I was just like running in circles with a gun shooting cars.
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
I have no idea why. I was just there, and things need. I was like, what if I try this? Maybe this will draw out someone, and so
ADHD. Maybe
it was just something where I was just like, maybe this will work, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of like, well, I've wasted like 12 minutes. Of course. Then I was like, okay, so what's my next plan? And then I was like, oh, I'm going to go do this. And then I went and did that. And that also didn't work. And as I said, in the end, it was just kind of like, I'm carrying like 12 boxes of rat poison. Maybe I'll just use this.
Jesus Christ.
So every time I saw it, I was like, I'll take some of that. I'll take some of that. I'll take some of that.
Fuck.
Okay. There was actually a really funny point where I'm like standing there with all of the boxes of rat poison because you're allowed to carry them around apparently.
No, okay.
And I've been dropping off all of the stuff I wasn't allowed to carry, so I'm like gun, knife, this, that. Walk up, get frisked, and this dude's just like, yep, you're good. And I'm like, what? You don't have a problem with like the fact that all of my pockets are just full of rat poison?
No, not at all.
What are you doing with all of this?
You're an exterminator.
Well, no, I
was
dressed in a tuxedo.
Okay, one of the nicest exterminators you've ever seen, and it is part of your business model to wear a tuxedo wherever you go.
I'm in a tuxedo going up to in a fashion show, going up to a fancy auction, and this dude's just like, yeah, you're all good to go. And I'm just like, cool. And it's like, I can just like imagine like the real world thing of just being so square in your tuxedo because of all the boxes and wrappers.
Okay, fair enough.
And this guy's just like, yeah, no, that's legit, man.
You're good. Off you go.
You do you, brother.
You go kill those people. I mean those rats.
So it's just like, you know, it's just like, okay, cool. And I'm like, I get it. It's like, it would be incredibly funny. It would be I reckon it'd be quite hard to implement. Well, but also very funny if it's like, you know, you're carrying like a screwdriver. And they're like, oh, you're allowed to carry a screwdriver. But then it's like, you're carrying every screwdriver in the mission. And then they like pay you down. They go, this is a bit weird.
Why so many?
It's like,
hold on. There might be difference. No, they're all the same.
yeah, exactly.
What is happening?
I think that might be very hard to implement, but I think it would be hilariously funny because it'd just be like, you know, there's a few points in the game where you get frisked, and it'd be like, dude, why are you carrying like 20 of this one thing?
I'm a collector. It's rat poison. Yes.
Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story in about a week.
Would you like some?
It's tasty.
But you know, like I love it. I love the mental you get from a lot of the things you do in that game, because it's like, this is allowed, and it's like, okay, and you're like just walking around with something. Or like, again, in the episode that we came out on Wednesday, there's one point where I'm dressed as a security guard and I have a assault rifle on my back and a submachine gun in my hands, and I'm like, and no one has a problem with this. It's like I'm literally walking around like as if a soldier had those two things. You'd be like, that guy's a bit over thinged. And it's like, I'm just a security guard in an office walking around like two fucking guns. Everyone's like, security guards are allowed to carry guns.
No, that's fine. They're not guns.
It's like,
they're excessive, but that's a gun.
it's like, oh, cool, okay.
It's like the equivalent of walking in with a fucking chain gun.
Yeah. Although,
I got this.
If you actually also did see the first Hitman, there's a really funny part in it that I love just so desperately.
Okay.
Where I'm like walking around with a gun. I'm like, I've got to change my outfit to be a mechanic. Mechanics can't have guns. So I like spend like a couple minutes trying to figure out where I'm going to hide this gun. And I'm like, I'll just hide it in the shadows under the stairs.
Yeah.
Put the gun there. I'm like, cool, you can barely see it. Go get changed, go upstairs, get the guy I'm supposed to get, come down the stairs, and the second he steps down, he goes, whoa, what's that doing there? That's not a toy. And I'm like, shit. Then the guard comes up and he's like, whoa, who left this lying around? The idiot? And I'm like, oh. And I was like, I thought I was being so clever. No one was going to see it there because I put it in the shadows and everything.
Fuck.
And then, and then I launched an actor into space. But...
Wait, what? You can do that?
Yeah, so like in the prologue it's all like a test, so it's like everyone who's there is an actor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so like all the things you do is like, these are actors. And the way I assassinated him was, he got in a plane and I ejected him from the ejector seat.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm like, paid actor.
Paid actor. I hope that parachute works.
That's the other thing, because it's like in a lot of the training missions, just like you're choking people out. I'm like, okay, and then you're dragging them around. I'm like, so they're either pretending to be knocked out,
or they're actually.
And you're like, while you're dragging around, they're like, yep, okay, and then you like put them in a closet, and they're like, cool. I guess I'm just gonna stay in here until I'm told otherwise.
Yep.
Or you're actually knocking out actors, and they're like, cool, this is got a paying job. I'm not really sure what's going on. And
look, it's happened in the past.
Oh yeah, but still.
Oh, it's like if you go watch IP Man, how the fuck?
Well, pretty much anything with Danny.
Yeah. They're paid extra if they let themselves get hit.
Well, see, that's got more to do with the stunt industry.
Well, yeah.
In the I can't remember the country.
Not everyone will do it. Like.
Oh no, not everyone, but because
was that Hong Kong? Oh, it would have been, yeah.
Because like I remember watching something about it, and it was like the stuntmen there are kind of chronically underpaid for the danger of their work.
Yes.
As opposed to like in America where it's like, yeah, the work is still dangerous. You can't have stuntmen who, you know, the job itself is inherently dangerous.
Yeah.
But they do like safety precautions, whereas like in a lot of the Asian movies and Indian movies, like Bollywood stuff.
Yes.
Some of those stunts, like you watch it and you're like, holy shit, that guy was like so close to dying. And they're just like, yeah, cool, next one, please. It's like this dude just like fell between two trucks, or like, and both of the wheels were like either side of his head, and you're just like, that guy almost died. And they're like, oh, cool, yeah, let's move on.
It's like, yeah, no, he almost died.
He didn't. If he did, we'd have a minute of silence. Yes. But then they're also paid very, very poorly for it.
Yeah, it's not great.
And so like I remember someone talking about it, and they were like, the people would just come up and be like, yeah, so he's just gonna knock you out, and we'll give you a couple extra $100.
Yeah, it's
like, and you know, like,
and they'll take it.
Oh yeah,
they generally take it.
And like, you know, like it's not a good thing to be knocked out, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And in a way, it's kind of good, because to knock someone out, you actually have to hit them, which is why their fight scenes look so good compared to a lot of your American fight scenes where it looks like rubbish because they don't look like they know how to fight at all.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But yeah.
But
yeah, no, as I was saying, like, yeah, as I was playing through those prologues, I was just kind of like, paid actors. Also, something else that happened in the prologue that I was like, paid actors. I say accidentally, I knew what I was doing, but I was like, the accident was I dropped it onto just a bunch of people. I like launched a little, you know how ships have lifeboats that are in those big containers?
Yeah.
You throw them into the water and they open up and the boat pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drop one of those on top of people. I'm like, paid actors.
Fuck. Okay.
Whoops.
Well, his family's paid.
Well, that's kind of what I was like. I was like, the prologue doesn't really work in a game.
No, it doesn't.
You can kill almost anyone. Also, remember, everyone here's a paid actor. Cool. Bang, bang.
Bullet to the head.
Like, but even the bullet to the head, right? Even the bullet to the head is like, it's just a blank gun, or it's just like a pellet gun, or something like that. You know, you're just practicing. But then there's things like, oh yeah, I threw someone off the side of this 5-meter thing.
Yes.
Into, oh yeah, that's just a blue tarp down there, pretending to be water.
Brilliant.
So yeah, Hitman's funny. But yeah, we've made it through the first actual level. I think there's something like 5 or 6 per game. So, you know, hopefully the next one will be a little bit quicker, because I don't think the map's quite as girthy, but it might be even girthier if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
But also like, yeah, I just have a feeling it's a slightly smaller map in terms of the places to go. Like, both of the people are in the same area.
Yeah.
And it's not a giant, like, kind of palace thing with gardens. It's just like a big house.
Yeah, fair.
With a laboratory, but the escape route's in the laboratory.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I already kind of have some plans on how to do some stuff in there, so, you know.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be quicker, and I might be able to get 2. But, you know, maybe not, because I might easily get distracted. It happens. It does happen.
All the time.
It's crazy.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then on Friday, after this comes out,
that'll be a Minecraft.
Be the latest episode. Well, I say the latest proper episode of Minecraft. The latest episode of Minecraft is a Darcy build.
Yes.
Continuing to build my house, because it's a monster. And as I've said many times while building it, God, sometimes I wish I had less lofty dreams.
Okay, fair enough.
Would it make my life easier? God damn right it would.
It's a good thing I found a cave that had a lot of copper in it.
To be fair, I'm not actually going to use that much copper, because other than a few things, I've figured out what I want to use the copper for. But all of this comes with this massive caveat of the fact that my house is currently 3 stories, and I've already figured out how I'm going to expand it and stuff. And yeah, like I have this goal in mind, but it just takes a lot of time to get there because it's like a lot of you sitting there being like, I've got to mine this, I've got to mine this, and then I go, wait, no, I've got to replace that, and then I replace it, and I'm like, okay, now I have to mine it like this.
Okay.
There was a whole point, like, if you've seen any of the early stuff where I built up this stone wall and then ripped it down about 5 minutes later. I just filled in this area with stone. I was like, excellent. And then later I was just like... I have lofty goals, and I'm not always sure the best way to achieve them. So I'll start doing something and then realize it's incorrect, and then pretty much have to undo everything that I've done.
Yeah, that's understandable, actually.
A lot.
Yeah.
And then there's this like other points where I'm just like, I want to do this cool thing, and then I'll try and do it, and then it's like, cool, I need this resource for that, and it's like, shit, okay, I've got to go get this resource.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so there's a lot of building that's been taking place. The last build episode that came out was primarily mining, and I think I did actually better after that because I didn't do as much mining in all the videos. But that one was one where I really had to clean out a giant chunk of a mountain.
Oh yeah.
I
still haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's out there. It's in the universe.
Because I, for some reason, don't watch the videos. Probably should at some point.
Probably should.
Yeah. Just so I know what's happening.
The things you would learn.
Oh yeah. The ideas that I would get.
The understanding that you would gain.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, other than that, shorts. Yeah, there's been some more shorts coming out.
Yep.
You know, I've gone back a little bit further to some of our classic videos to get some of the shorts. So some of the shorts, the the audio quality and balancing and stuff is bad, but that's just because back then the videos were bad. Like some of these videos are over a year old.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I didn't have as good editing skills back then. I've learned, and I've made pretty big steps in terms of like being able to make a video that is watchable and you can actually hear what's going on.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, so there's more shorts coming out.
Yeah,
they're doing pretty well, and I think we're up to 186 subscribers. So yeah, just powering along.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, we've got Halloween coming out. We've filmed some of the stuff for that, but I'm honestly I have no idea what I'm going to do for the rest of it. And I think the way it's going to go is it's going to start this, because I've looked at the calendar.
Yes.
To see when Halloween is, and I believe it's like literally a Wednesday, or it could be a Thursday. But either way, so it'll be like it's in like 2 weeks. And so in 2 weeks' time, we will be having all the Halloween stuff.
It is a Thursday.
Yeah, there you go. So I think the Halloween week is going to start that week, and then the podcast will come out the day after Halloween.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So in terms of things to do, we've got 2 videos. We've got to do the Mario Kart, which I think the plan was to do what we did last year and have a race to crown the King of Halloween. But I think I'm just going to let Jordan carry that crown this year.
Yeah.
He can have it for 2 years because unfortunately some stuff has happened real world that has made doing that kind of hard, nary impossible.
Yeah. Like we could bring other people in, but
it's really difficult to arrange. Last time we had when I was planning it, there wasn't so much stuff going on.
That's true.
And we just had more time in general. Because everyone was sort of free at that time, whereas now everyone's sort of busy at this time. So instead, I think we're going to do a Halloween race in terms of me and Kris just doing a race. And what's going to make it scary is the fact that it's going to be nothing but rainbow roads. Yeah, you heard me correct. We're going to do all of the rainbow roads in the game, mine and Chris's personal nightmare.
Okay. I'm not a fan of it. But,
do you want a scary Mario Kart or not?
Are we ranking while doing that one?
Maybe, who knows?
Please. I think I'll go insane without it.
might have to
I think so.
just to get through. But no, I was like,
especially if we do the whole drinky position again.
no, that would be bad.
It would be bad. It'd be fun.
Basically, yeah. Last year for Halloween we did like the spooky tracks.
Yeah.
But this year I was like, what is something that actually makes me and Kris scared about the game Mario Kart?
Fuck
Rainbow
them.
Roads.
Fuck them.
Rainbow Roads at 250cc.
Wow, there is no 250.
Oh, I thought Mirror was 250.
Is it?
I don't know.
I thought it was just reversed, and if you got to know the maps, it screwed you over because you kind of knew where you were.
I know that it reverses the maps, but I also thought it gave you more powerful engines.
I thought it was just 200 with reverse.
It might be 200 with reverse.
Because I said the reverse is enough that you know it's like, haha, there's a right turn coming up. Haha, oh fuck.
Anyway, we're going to do them. We're going to actually do the version of Mario Kart that scares us because we know we're not going to be great at it. So that
I might be smiling now, but that's not enough.
And yeah, so that, and then I will hopefully be able to come up with something for Minecraft, but I've yet to. I'm thinking about some stuff, but it kind of depends.
Okay.
Kind of depends on what we get done in what we can realistically get done next episode.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. We'll figure that out. Yeah.
It's not crazy, but yeah, I have a plan, and I'm like, okay, if I do this, I have a plan.
Okay.
I have a plan for a spooky Halloween Minecraft challenge.
Gonna have to get a new skin.
Not really. Spookiness comes from the challenge itself, not the.
I suppose.
Although my skin fits pretty nicely with Halloween.
Mine doesn't.
Yes. But yeah, so so Halloween, 5 videos, 1 week. It's a bit of a stressful one, but it is what it is. And fortunately, we are sort of planned. So
sort of. We've done 2 of the videos.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
2 of them done. One of them shouldn't be the Mario Kart should be a nice, easy one to film, and then the Minecraft. As long as we film it sometime next week, sometime in the coming week, we should be okay.
Yeah, we should be fine.
And that only needs I'm thinking that only needs to be a small amount of time, but yeah. What else? Yeah, I think that just about wraps up channel news.
I think so.
That was a long one, guys, but yeah, no.
Yeah,
we're gonna just talking about if the stuff is why we enjoy doing it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving right along.
Okay. What have we got?
What have we got?
I don't know.
Well, Kris,
This is what's on your mind, remember?
True. But well, what I've been doing recently?
Yes.
Very recently is watching the baseball postseason.
Okay.
That's happening. So my beloved Dodgers are in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because they're being beaten right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Stupid Padres. Yeah, so they're currently down, but hopefully they'll win the next game. If they don't, they're out. But hopefully they'll win the next game, and then they'll win the game after that, and then they'll go on and win the World Series, become the champions of the universe.
I don't know about that one.
I'm pretty sure we're the only planet that plays baseball.
You can't be entirely sure of that.
I can't, but I can be relatively sure.
Well, I don't think you can be relatively sure either.
I can't say it's impossible that anyone else is playing it, but I can also say that considering that we have never found another sentient species.
Well, yes.
Right, so that brings it back towards my favorite saying, champions of the universe.
Okay, yeah.
And the fact that it was invented by Americans and not really a worldwide sport. There are countries that play it, but not everyone in the world. It's not like cricket.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. As someone once said, the Americans are amazing because they invent a sport, they're the only ones that play it, and then they have the audacity to call themselves the world champions of that sport.
Yeah, okay, fair point. That is true.
And it's like, yeah, but no one. Who else in the world did you play? No one. We're the world champions.
We're the world.
We beat all the other Americans. we're the best in the world.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's been taking up a bit of my time because if you know anything about American sports, you know they're long as fuck.
Yes.
You know.
That says cricket.
Yeah, but like cricket, at least the excuse is it was originally played by toffs who just wanted to stand around in white clothes for 5 days.
Whereas, fair point.
Like baseball is like, it's just 9 innings, boys.
Have fun.
But you know, there's so much rigmarole to it all.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's not as bad. The worst one is definitely NFL.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because that is a game broken into 16-minute quarters. That goes for 3 hours.
Fuck, okay. Shit. Okay.
Now, if you do the maths there,
It doesn't quite help, no.
But yeah, so that's been one of the things I've been doing. And now, so NFL season is back, and basketball is almost back.
True.
But yeah. Oh, and speaking of the baseball, I was watching the baseball today live. And yeah, I got Welcome to October, that's something that doesn't happen to me very often.
No.
The commentator was like, "Welcome to October," and I was like, "Wow,
Fuck.
thank you. That should happen more often. People can just welcome you to random months of the year."
Why not?
Yeah, could you imagine that at a shopping center? Just someone, you know, like, just granting you groceries, and they say, "Hey, by the way, welcome to March." You're like, "Wow, thank you."
Oh, thanks.
Technically, we're almost a third of the way through March, but hey, I appreciate the offer.
Thank you.
I appreciate it nonetheless. But
or just having that one where you're super zoned out and someone's like, "Hey, welcome to March." Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Are you going to steal my kidneys? What? No? Okay. Ooh. Are you sure? Hang on, are you sure? I've been spurned before.
Fair point.
No, but yeah, so, yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to this week.
I've been working over the long weekend.
I swear, I just can't. As I said earlier, like, I just can't get my head around. For some reason, I just feel way busier now.
Well, you technically are.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Like,
I feel
are you not taking on more students at the moment? I'm like,
no,
not
I'm kind
quite
of at a max. I'm kind of at a max students that I can possibly do.
Okay. You have added an extra video. You are going down the track of doing more point of views. So technically, you are working.
No, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just like it just feels like in the past it was like I do all the stuff I'm doing now, but then I just have all this free time, and like now I'm just like, it's not like I don't have the free time. It's just like confusing. It just feels like I don't have the free time.
You're 30 now. You're just getting old. A little bit senile.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I don't think that's it.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
I don't think that's it.
Are you sure?
100%.
I'm gonna say 95.
Well, like, yeah, that is actually something that you're right about.
Getting slightly senile?
No. So, as you get older, time feels like it's moving faster.
Yeah.
Because relativity. You know, relativity.
Yeah.
The thing where it's like, when you're 2, a year is literally half your life, so it feels like forever.
Yeah.
But when you're 50, it's 1/50th of your life, so it feels like it just flies by.
Well, yeah.
You know how people are always like, where did the year go? It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
You notice it's never, 15-year-olds being like, where did the year go? It's always like 60-year-olds being like, where did the year go?
Where did the last 5 years fuck?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so, I guess that does play into account.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I just feel like I've been busier. I also it's probably also because of the social calendar as well.
Oh yeah, that
like last year, the social calendar was purposely kept relatively clean.
True.
It was like, I'm not going out to see people, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Whereas this year it's been like, okay, every weekend we're out.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I was like, oh, you were out Friday? Well, you're out Sunday as well. And it's like, Jesus fuck Christ. And then there's the one that's like, okay, you're out yesterday, it's Saturday, so you're out Friday, we're going out tonight, okay, and then what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, we'll catch up and do the board games. It's like, holy shit, where did my weekend go?
Gone.
And because
it was planned by someone else.
And because you're drunk, you're not waking up till like midday, and you're like, oh shit,
I've got to get ready for these board games.
like, I'm supposed to be going out in 3 hours. Shit.
I'm gonna sort out breakfast,
Lunch,
yeah,
dinner.
I'm gonna have both of those at the same time.
Fuck.
Damn,
Just eating's gonna take up half of my free time. But yeah, no. Yeah. Oh well, you know, like other than that, you know, Kris, I was watching something the other day. Watching something, and they said a statement which I was like, that is an interesting statement, and I wanted your opinion on it.
Okay.
What is an attribute that you respect in peanut butter?
I don't often have peanut butter.
You're an animal.
I don't think I've had it in fucking years. I like it smooth. I like a smooth peanut butter.
Interesting. You know what? I'm not against a smooth peanut butter.
Yeah.
But I like a creamy peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
I think
fair point.
because have you ever had peanut butter, right? And I've had this a few times where it's not creamy and it's kind of like you scoop the peanut butter up and you can kind of see it breaking and you're like, that's incredibly dry peanut butter.
Well, no, I haven't.
And then you
again, I
spread
don't
it
often have it.
on your toast, which is also incredibly dry bread.
Well, yeah.
And then you're just like, it's like taking a bite of a desert.
No, well, see, I feel like the me saying smooth goes along with the creamy as well.
No, you just want that creamy, so you're like,
because it's not. I wouldn't consider it smooth if it's starting to crumble underneath.
it could still be smooth. It's not crunchy.
Well, I suppose, yeah, but
Smooth is a type of peanut butter.
True, yes. I hadn't thought about this that much. Again, I haven't had peanut butter in fucking years.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know.
Peanut butter's not bad.
Not bad, but
Like, I'm not one of these people who's like, you should have like peanut butter on like pancakes with banana. I'm like, are you actually joking me? There's only one thing to have on pancake.
Fucking bacon and maple syrup.
Oh no, the bacon needs to be in the pancake.
Oh yeah, fair point.
But no, maple syrup is correct.
Fuck.
Maybe a cube of butter. But where do you even get cubes of butter from? Or if you're at McDonald's, they're whipped butter.
Oh yeah.
I know it comes in a packet.
Yes.
And it's, you know, if you whipped butter yourself, it would probably be delicious.
Well, yeah.
More delicious.
Probably.
But I just don't have that much time in my life, really.
No.
I told you, I already feel like I have no time.
I know, right?
Well, when am I going to have time to whip all of this butter?
Oh no.
No, but
I think when this takes off, you just gotta hire someone to whip butter.
you there, boy, whip my butter. But you don't even eat butter. No. No, but I wanted to.
Maybe I'll have pancakes today. Whip the butter.
You there. just wake up in bed. You there, whip me some butter. Yes, sir. I'll be down in 2 hours for breakfast. Anyway, I love the whipped butter.
Yeah,
you put that on your hotcakes. Also, hotcakes. That's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I know they can't technically. Well, they might be able to call them pancakes, but I know they're just microwaved.
They are. 100% are just microwaved.
Although, it now gives me an idea. What if we went to McDonald's, got hotcakes, came home, cooked pancakes, and then just kept the whipped butter?
Why just not go to McDonald's and get the whipped butter?
Can you do that?
Yeah, I sure you probably could. It's making the money.
Maybe. Although it would be really
probably not a lot, but yeah.
It would be really, really, really like sad. They're like, oh, we can't sell you that by itself because technically it's not a food product, and you'd be like, what?
Okay, so here's what you do: you get one lot of hotcakes.
Yes, with extra butter,
and extra maple syrup.
I think I just used like nice maple syrup.
Oh yeah, fair point. Fair point.
Not the McDonald's maple syrup.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, it makes sense.
Got this really nice maple syrup from Canada, or it comes in plastic with a little peel off top.
Okay, I do usually get the one from Canada as well. It's so much better.
Fucking idiot.
No, well, look, fair point. But yeah, no, you can just ask for extra butter.
Can I get hotcakes and can you like put in 50 extra butters, please? Why? Look, I'm going home to make pancakes.
Look, the next 3 weeks at least.
Can I get hotcakes, extra whipped butter, no hotcakes?
Would they do it?
Probably.
Yeah,
There's a there was an old thing one of the guys in college used to do, because it would always get him fresh chips late at night.
Yeah.
He would always go, "Can I get fries? No salt."
Yeah.
And then, so because they sold all the fries as soon as they're cooked, they have to cook him a fresh batch. And then they give him his fresh fries, and then he'd like walk up to where they keep all the salt and salt them in front of him. But something else that we did in college, just to see if they would do it, which they did, was we went in and asked for fries. No fries, extra salt.
Okay.
Now, that was a long time ago, but they just kind of poured some salt into a thing.
Okay, fair enough.
We were very drunk.
And
And
that's probably why they did it, because they were like, fuck it, nothing else is happening.
Yeah, well, it was like 2 a.m. But yes.
Yeah.
We got a McDonald's thing with a bit of salt in the bottom of it.
That's never would have thought of that one.
Oh yeah. It mainly came from because one of the guys used to work at McDonald's, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, the stupid things people ask for," and we're like, "We can be stupid."
We can.
I'm like, "We got a lot of brain power here, lads. Let's put it to being stupid."
Yes.
So you can go in, like, and this wasn't even being stupid.
No, it's like going to your Macca's, like, I would like a soft serve cone. The soft serve machine's not working. That's fine. I only want the cone.
I have my own ice cream. Can I get 3 self-serve cones, please? Why? I have my own ice cream.
Just the cone. Then they hand you, they start handing you, just like, is it the cones? What the fuck are you doing?
No, just pass me some of those cones, please. And just sitting there at the table scooping yourself. Oh, I wonder if they would ask you to leave.
Probably.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, so another thing the guys used to do at uni is they would go and get the chicken and mayo burger, and then they'd get a McChicken patty by itself, and then they'd take the chicken and mayo patty off, put the McChicken burger on the chicken and mayo, making a McChicken for $2.
But spending more than $2?
No, because the chicken and mayo was in the loose change menu.
Yeah.
So that was $2, and the patty was $2. So it was $2, or you can pay $8 for a McChicken burger.
Oh, okay, fair enough, yeah.
It did work out as a way to save money.
Okay.
And they're like, "I know you got an extra chicken patty," and they're like, but why?
Okay, fair enough.
Not that keen on yeah, but you know.
Okay, fair enough.
People come up with ways to save money.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so that was always funny. And then yeah.
I don't think I've done that.
I don't think you've done much.
No, I haven't. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But speaking of that, Kris, you don't eat peanut butter. What do you eat?
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
You know what you should do?
What?
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
From McDonald's. So like the ones, because you can't get KFC chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
They don't have. They're not solid enough. They're not rigid.
Okay. Yeah.
They're a little bit floppy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Delicious, but floppy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You get one of them, you go, and it wobbles.
Oh yeah.
You get a McDonald's chicken nugget, and you go, it doesn't wobble.
Oh yeah.
So you get a McDonald's. You get 40 McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just half an order for you.
Yeah. I know.
You don't need the full 80. Then you go into Woolies.
Yeah.
Because that's where you do your shopping.
What? I do wherever the fuck I want at the time.
Okay, you go into wherever you're doing your shopping.
Yeah.
You get a big jar of peanut butter.
Oh fuck.
Then you dip the chicken nuggets in the peanut butter. And then you know what you have? Peanut sauteed chicken nuggets. Or
You know what?
Or an easy way to vomit. Or
No, but
cardiac arrest.
hear me out. Hear me out here. Satay chicken. It's a peanut butter base.
Technically, it's a
peanut
base.
It's a peanut base, yes, but that might still work.
Oh, absolutely. I think 100% it would work.
It would 100%
I
work.
do not doubt myself on the thought process.
I'm
there.
still not going to do it, but it might work. Someone else, let us know.
That's not true. He's definitely going to do it.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna come to your room one day and you're gonna be like, there's gonna be a
Peanut butter.
bunch of, it's gonna be an empty box of McDonald's nuggets because you're gonna take my word on it and not go for the soft KFC ones because they'll just slide across the top of the peanut butter.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, and you'll be like, spelling the peanut butter on that.
Oh yeah.
So you'll have to get a spoon and spoon it onto and that's no one wants to be spooning peanut butter onto it.
I think you're gonna clean a spoon. What's the fucking point of this?
Also, it's incredibly sad. If anyone were to see you doing that, they'd be like, "What the fuck?
Is Kris okay?"
Yeah. It's like, just bear with me for a minute. We'll get through this thought process. I will explain to you something incredibly sad that could be seen and is a cry for help.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going to walk in. You're going to have the empty box of 40 nuggets and a half-eaten jar of peanut butter with scratches around the side where you've been digging those nuggets in.
Okay.
You're just going to be lying there, probably obese, because that's not a healthy food for anyone.
No, it's not.
Like, I think it would, that.
And then I'm gonna see you and be like, "You, this is your fault."
Yeah, okay. So now let's go to the thing. You sitting anywhere with a spoon, KFC, and a peanut butter, and just digging the people see that, they're just gonna be like, why did you give up on life?
Pretty much.
What made you say no more? No more. I don't need this anymore.
It's just fucking hell. Oh, man.
The only thing that could
No.
possibly make that situation worse, because it's just a sign of giving up even more. If instead of peanut butter, it's Nutella. Because that's someone who's given up.
Fair enough.
Yep. All going to the same place anyway. Let me get a chili with some Nutella on it.
No, fuck.
People who cover everything in Nutella is someone who's given up. It's true.
Depends on what you cover.
Everything.
Oh, okay, everything. Yeah, fair enough.
Although, and I can't remember if I've seen this as an adult, but I'm thinking back to my childhood. And did you ever see the Nutella that had the Nutella and then the white chocolate in there as well?
No.
Man, that stuff was crazy.
Okay.
That stuff was great. You could never see the white chocolate because it would just be covered by the
Well, obviously.
normal chocolate.
Yeah.
That stuff was crazy. You wouldn't even put it on bread.
Yeah.
It was a waste. You just sit there with a spoon eating it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because, you know, if you're going to die, you might as well die doing something enjoyable.
Yeah. Instead of making a fucking sandwich.
Oh, it's just like you're sitting there, right? And you put it on the bread and you go, oh,
Fuck this.
tastes like bread.
Spoon.
Tastes like bread. I wanted to taste the two different types of chocolate. That's what we're doing.
Exactly. No.
See, and the reason I can't remember if I've seen it recently is because I'm like, surely that was just 1,000 calories in a jar.
Oh, 100%.
Type situation where it's like, this is too unhealthy for us to feed to like third world children.
Yeah.
And they need all the help they can get.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they really do. They get fed peanut butter. Did you know that?
Oh, well, they go, no, I didn't.
You know, when they're little and they're starving to death, you give them peanut butter because they can't handle real food. But peanut butter gives them fats.
True.
Proteins.
Yeah.
Nuts have proteins.
They do.
Not a lot of nutrition.
No,
But the fats and the proteins. The
Yeah,
fats
yeah,
and the
that's
proteins
it.
are what they're after.
That's what we need there.
Yeah.
No, the only thing
So they
the only weird
peanut
thing
paste,
I've done with
which is just peanut butter in a tube.
oh, true, yeah. The only weird thing I've done with Nutella, which isn't overly weird.
I think rubbing it all over your body is kind of weird.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. No, it was a thing, and everyone sort of looks at me weird, funny until they try it. But it's like when I was in primary school, went to this like after school thing where you could buy snacks and stuff, and I generally get like a packet of Doritos and Nutella. And then one day I didn't get given, you know, that little stick they gave you to scoop the little sachet of,
Yes.
didn't give me on. They didn't have any. I'm like, oh, well, what the fuck? Well, I guess I'm just going to dip my Doritos in. And everyone looked at me funny.
Yeah, but that's because you went Doritos. Everyone I knew who was ever given that stick threw it away, just popped the thing, and it's like,
Oh, yeah, true. Fair
it's like
point.
Nutella. They just munged out on that. They're like, why the fuck are you adding an extra step? Just get your face in there.
Okay, fair enough. But I would just, dip with the Doritos. Like, it was a nice little treat.
Dunkaroos.
Yeah. However, every time I've said it to someone to try Nutella and Doritos, they look at me funny. and then they go and try it, and then the next time I see them, they have Nutella and Doritos, and are dipping.
I don't think so.
No, well, I definitely did with Simon. Is he was like, "This is disgusting."
No.
And then when he came around to my place next, you'll never guess what he had in his hand.
20 teddies.
No, he had a packet of Doritos and the little sachets of Nutella. Because he was like, oh, this is our snack for today. Fuck, okay.
That's stupid. Why would you buy the little sachets of Nutella for the same price you can get a whole fucking jar?
Yeah, I know.
Whole fucking jar.
It kind of limits you. You're not having a full jar's worth of Nutella. Not super unhealthy.
Because if you've decided to dip Doritos in Nutella as your snack for the day, you are beyond the point of worrying about your health.
Okay.
You are
Fair point.
You're like, nah, fuck it, we're just gonna... Yeah, can't live forever.
But, yeah, okay, look. Fair point. I'll give you that.
Well, what you should do is get tiny teddies.
Yeah.
Preferably chocolate chip ones.
Okay, yep.
While they're fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Jar of Nutella.
While they're fresh?
Yeah, you know how tiny teddies go stale really quickly?
Oh, so basically just go buy them from the store and then just immediately do this?
Yeah, but you gotta then check if the bag, because, you know...
Oh, the date. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Tiny teddies can go stale. When tiny teddies go stale, they suck.
Yeah, that's true.
In fact, can you even get 20 teddies anymore?
I think so.
I'm gonna have to look next
We're
time.
going to have to. Okay, we might have to try what you're about to say.
Chocolate chip tiny teddies, jar of Nutella.
Okay.
Scoop out, like, the top, like, quarter of the jar of Nutella.
Yeah.
Warm it up a bit so that it's more liquid.
Yeah.
Dump all the tiny teddies in there, squish them down, put it away in the fridge, let it solidify, and then put that on your toast.
Oh.
The kids will love it.
So will you?
No, I don't eat toast.
You're just going to use a spoon.
Sit there with a spoon. What are you doing? Tiny teddies and Nutella.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. And then they'll be like, that is just like it's
Darcy,
just like,
you okay?
yeah. No, obviously not.
Do you see what I'm doing?
Absolutely not. This is a cry for help.
It's like, did you see what I'm doing? It's like, okay, fair point. Also, do you have a second job?
I think anything that you need to prep like that much for is bad.
It is. It fucking is.
Just like, and the person who's sitting there just like eating out of the jar of Nutella is bad.
Yeah, but
The person who's prepped the jar of Nutella with something else in there is really bad.
But do you know someone who's tried it, or have you done it yourself?
No, I just remember that one of the little things that they used to give you in snacks
Yeah.
was the
Then.
tiny teddies with the dipping chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Be exactly the same thing.
Oh, true. It would, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
And people love those. You could trade those for almost anything.
No, that is true. You could, yeah.
Like, I remember trading that for a fucking tennis ball. This kid had a tennis ball. I was like, I will give you these tiny teddies for that tennis ball. And they're like, yes. And I was like, cool.
Okay.
I have a tennis ball.
Fair enough.
And then we went and played some Foursquare.
Yeah.
And when the tennis ball got lost on the roof.
Oh fuck.
So I didn't have a tennis ball or tiny.
Oh fuck. Holy shit. That what a sucky day that would have been.
No.
Yeah.
That's why people weren't allowed. A lot of people weren't allowed to play Foursquare. Because when they got angry and went, "Urgh," and threw the ball, and the ball went, "Punk," and on the roof, and you were just like, oh shit, that's the fifth ball we've lost this week.
Oh no.
And then everyone, and then like once a year, they'd get up there to clean the roof and be like, why is there like dirty tennis balls up here? It's like, no reason, but can we have them, please? And they just pick out the best ones.
It makes sense. You don't want the shitty ones.
And trust me, some of them were shitty.
Oh yeah.
And then if they'd been up there in the rain, and then bleached with the sun, and then back in the rain, and then bleached with the sun, and then they're like,
Can we just have the 5 from the last couple weeks, please? Thank you. How am I supposed to know which 5 they are? Seriously, look at it. He's like,
they are the
yeah,
yellow
fair
fluffy
point, fair
ones. Oh, dude, there was this tennis ball once that they were like, here's your tennis ball back. And we're like, that's not our tennis ball. And they're like, are you sure? We're like, yes, our tennis ball was yellow and fluffy. That is brown and it might just be a rock. It's a rock. It was a tennis ball, obviously, but it was like, it'd been up there for so long that it was just like covered in mud and it was solid.
Oh,
The
yeah.
rubber had turned into a solid.
Yes.
It had no spring left in it. It was like, that is not the one we lost today. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Like,
No.
how did the groundskeeper even find this? Like then up on that roof somewhere is a bright yellow tennis ball, and he went, this is what they're after. It almost matches the color of the tiles.
Yeah, true.
Like he probably spent more time trying to find that than he would have taken to find the bright yellow fucking ball.
He probably found it, pocketed it, and you just been like, "It's a fucking nice tennis ball."
Why would he want a tennis ball?
I don't know, maybe
He wasn't a fucking 8-year-old kid.
Maybe he wanted to get play tennis that afternoon and needed a new ball.
Just fucking yeah. And then there was
Well,
the time we accidentally lost the ball and we're like, our tennis ball is on the roof. And they're like, there was no tennis balls on this roof. And we're like, are you sure? And then one of our mates came over and was like, hey, I got hit in the head by this tennis ball. What? It came flying over the building and hit me in the head. I'm like, that's incredibly impressive.
It's impressive. Also, you kicked
Clear.
your ass over when you played this game.
He cleared the building. Also, holy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy times.
Oh yeah.
Early primary school, mate. Those were the days. Because you
Yeah.
didn't have homework. And after 6 hours of school, you could go home and watch cartoons.
That's true. I didn't have that luxury. I was given homework.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck.
Did
I still didn't do it. But
did you ever just try being smarter?
yeah, that's why I didn't do my homework. Fuck that.
I mean, like being smart enough, they're like, no, you don't need homework.
Well,
You need homework, you're good. You need homework.
yeah, that's what I had in high school. I didn't fucking do homework. Teachers always put down that I did all of my homework. In fact, I never did any of it, because fuck that. However, in primary school, I was smart enough to be, here's your homework. Yep, cool. Hey, Mum, the homework's due tomorrow. I'm going to go play this game. And then I would hand the homework in the next day. Mum would have done it. She didn't want a report card coming back saying that we didn't complete our homework, so she did it instead.
This doesn't make sense. that is wrong. Oh well, guys. I think that just about wraps us up for today. If you have enjoyed this podcast, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing. If you haven't already,
Yes.
it really does mean a lot to us here.
It does.
But guys, until next time, I've been Darcy. He's been Kris.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you right here next time on the channel.
Indeed.
See you later, guys.
See ya. Hey.
Just assume you're done.
Oh.
Because it's goodbye.